So it looks like Treyarch, kind of as I suspected to be honest, have abandoned the latest iteration of Zombies. The one that they made, the one that they put their name to and claimed, Modern Warfare 3. Surprisingly, a lot of people still don't know, perhaps because it's a Modern Warfare game, which is usually made by Infinity Ward. Most people know that this year's one was created by Sledgehammer, but if you're not in this world of social media on Twitter or YouTube, believe me, some of my friends aren't, then there are still tons of people out there who don't know that the Zombies mode was made by Treyarch. I was just talking to one of my friends the other day, where he was just telling me that this year's COD sucks, and he asked when is Treyarch Zombies coming back, and I said to him, well, this year's Zombies was made by Treyarch, and he was surprised to learn that. He didn't believe me, even though the game's been out for a good few months now. There are still loads of people all over Twitter, I see it all the time, asking Sledgehammer or Infinity Ward to do something about the Zombies mode, even though it was initially, and I say that because, well, it seems like it's been abandoned now, it was a Treyarch mode. Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is Treyarch Zombies. But, well, as I suspected was going to happen, and you could kind of tell considering the amount of content that we've gotten over the past month, I would say. I'll be honest, besides from getting gameplay for videos, I haven't played Modern Warfare 3 Zombies for myself since, I want to say December. Why? There are a couple of reasons for that, which I'll get into in just a second. But it might go hand in hand with the fact that Treyarch really have no involvement on this mode anymore. They created it, they put their name to it. One of the reasons I was so interested in it in the first place was because it was Treyarch Zombies. It was taking place in their universe. We've seen old returning characters such as Revanov. We believe Samantha is the entity. So it's definitely a Treyarch Zombies mode, but it seems like they've abandoned it because Alex, who is a very credible leaker, put out this tweet where he said, it's probably already known, but Treyarch has little to no involvement in Modern Warfare Zombies anymore. Focus has been shifted to COD 2024. And then to pretty much confirm this, in a different conversation, someone called Physical Snake asked, I heard Treyarch left Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Is that not the case? And a Treyarch developer replied saying, for us working at Treyarch, the Zombies mode was passed over to Raven Software and Infinity Ward, while we work and focus mainly on Call of Duty 2024. Expect more favourite wonder weapons to return from Black Ops 1. So Treyarch have officially abandoned Modern Warfare Zombies. They've left Raven and Infinity Ward to work on it, while they work on their next Call of Duty, which comes out later this year. I mean, that's completely understandable. Like I mentioned, Modern Warfare 3 overall isn't a Treyarch game, it's a Sledgehammer game, but the Zombies mode was made by Treyarch. Granted, it wasn't all of the Treyarch Zombies developers that worked on it, which you can understand because, well, over the past couple of years, Treyarch have been dragged in to work on other studios' games. They worked on Vanguard Zombies, that wasn't theirs, that was a Sledgehammer game. I suppose it's also important to take into consideration that even Cold War wasn't originally a Treyarch game, that was Sledgehammer's, but Treyarch came in pretty early on and made it into their own. But a small portion of Treyarch Zombies development team made Vanguard Zombies, which wasn't their game, and a small portion of the Zombies team also made Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, which again wasn't their game, which all took place at the same time that Treyarch were developing their own game, one that they've been making for about 3 years now, which of course will include its own Zombies mode. So for the past 3 years, Treyarch have been trying to make a Zombies mode on their own game, all while having a small portion of their Zombies developers dragged in to work on Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3 Zombies at the same time. And now that Modern Warfare 3 Zombies has been made and things have started, although we are still pretty early on in this game's life cycle, we still have many more seasons to come, which means much more, well, hopefully much more Modern Warfare 3 Zombies content. Everything that we see from Modern Warfare 3 Zombies from this point on won't have been worked on by Treyarch. It will be the result of either Raven or Infinity Ward, which is something that I'm kind of mixed on. Before this game released, I was super excited for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, mainly for the fact that this was Treyarch Zombies. I thought all the way through this game's life cycle, from Season 1 all the way up until, is it Season 6, we would be getting Zombies content for this game made by Treyarch. But we are on Season 1 or 2 now. Again, I haven't played it in about a month, so I'm a little bit behind. But every other bit of content that we get, whether it be new missions, new story acts, new cutscenes, anything to do with the storyline, Easter eggs, gameplay changes, won't be Treyarch's, it will be Raven and Infinity Ward's, which again for me is disappointing in terms of, well, anything going forward is not Treyarch Zombies. I think gameplay wise that's fine, and to be honest I don't expect too many gameplay changes anyway. We're not going to be getting any new maps. The way that this year's Zombies works means that we're just going to be playing on this same one Warzone map all the way through its life cycle. But story and Easter egg wise, well, one thing that always separated Treyarch Zombies in my opinion compared to Sledgehammer's or Infinity Ward's was the story and Easter eggs. Of course, maps and gameplay comes into that as well, but I specifically loved Treyarch Zombies because it was a lot more unique. So to now know we're not going to be getting anything Zombies related from Treyarch, and everything going forward will be made by other studios, is a little bit disappointing because, well, the whole reason I brought the game was because it was Treyarch Zombies. However, on the flip side, it does mean that from this point on, Treyarch's focus for Zombies can solely be on their own game, which is due to come out this year. When you think about it, they don't have that much development time left. They have had 3 years already. By the time that game comes out, it would have been 4 years of development, which compared to the usual standard of COD development time is actually quite long. But considering the Treyarch Zombies team has had to work on Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3 Zombies within that time, taking away a small portion of their developers, well, maybe that's affected their own Zombies mode. So now that they're no longer working on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, it does mean they can 100% focus on their own Zombies game. But at the same time, it does mean, well, there's no more content from Treyarch for the rest of MW3's life cycle, which is still, well, we're not even halfway through yet. There has already been a ton of complaints that I've seen over on Twitter and YouTube about the lack of content in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies lately. It started off great. We got a decent amount of content in Season 1, but since then, it's gone quite flat and we haven't been getting as much. That might be the result of Treyarch no longer working on it, but if the mantle has been passed over to Raven and Infinity Ward, surely they're more than capable of releasing content for the rest of this Zombies cycle. And I also kind of feel like this is something that Treyarch maybe should have announced, because if you go onto Twitter, for the people that do know this was a Treyarch Zombies mode, well, they don't know that Treyarch are no longer working on it, because you still have people tweeting at Treyarch telling them to fix things, asking them when they're going to add more content. Little do they know Treyarch aren't even working on the game anymore, so the people they should be tweeting at is either Raven or Infinity Ward. But yeah, I suppose it depends on how you look at it. If you do still play Modern Warfare 3 Zombies and you enjoyed what you got up until this point, well, a lot of that was the result of Treyarch. So to find out that they've abandoned it now means that the content going forward might not be of the same quality that you got, which caused you to enjoy it. I definitely think we're starting to see signs of that, which would be okay if we were towards the end of this game, if we were in, I don't know, September, October time, and we didn't have much longer to go. But when we're only at the beginning of February, and we've got about 8 or 9 months until the next Call of Duty, which means 8 or 9 months of more content in Zombies for Modern Warfare 3. If the rest of it going forward is going to be lackluster, then for the people who play the game is probably going to be disappointing, especially considering the start that Modern Warfare 3 Zombies got off on. I didn't expect too much from it, considering it's Zombies in the Modern Warfare universe, but actually, it's much better than I expected. I enjoyed it for about a month, and I still enjoy it now when I go back to play it. I just don't get much satisfaction from it though, but that's not to say it's a bad mode at all. It's actually really decent. But as more time goes on and as the months go by, and it doesn't keep up the same standards that it started with, then that's going to start to leave a bitter taste in people's mouths, and eventually people are going to have a different perception of MW3 Zombies. Whereas right now it's good, in 4 or 5 months time, it might end up becoming boring for people who still play it because of the lack of content or shift in quality from developers, or shift in direction is a better way of wording it, which we've seen it plenty of times can cause a good game, a good mode, to by the end of its life cycle become a pretty average one to forget. And then on the other hand, for the people who don't play it, this is probably good news, because it means Treyarch's next Zombies mode is more than likely going to be a little bit better than what it would have been if Treyarch had have continued working on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies all the way through its life cycle. So yeah, there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed the video today. If you have, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.